All right, we should be live on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. And it is raining. It's not going to be raining too terribly hard. It's going to be coming down in spurts. So I'm out and about on another walk with purpose. Layla Sharp. Not a topic for me, so I'll catch you next time. Why not, Layla Sharp? Why is this not a topic for you? Layla Sharp? Are you offended by the fact that I'm going to be smack-talking people that deserve it? I'm not going to smack-talk people that don't deserve it, Layla Sharp. And if you were to stick around long enough, you will see that this is going to be more of a positive type of stream than negative. You're assuming that it's going to be negative. But that's cool. TFT Rurik, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Is it raining out there in Fresno, California, bro? We got a little bit of rain here. Not heavy rain, it's light rain, so I think I'll be doing just fine. Queen Helen Casey, how you doing? It's not worth it with the idiot, says Queen Helen Casey. But Queen, you're here. Queen, you're always here for these types of topics. It's funny, people show up for these types of topics, but then they say, well, it's not worth it, or it's not for me, and but you felt the need to respond, right? Obviously, my title triggered you a little bit. It triggered you to respond, right? It's funny to me what people respond to nowadays. They respond to, things that come off more negative than positive. If you're too positive nowadays, nobody fucking tunes in. Nobody cares, right? It's almost like you have to trick your audience to show up thinking that they're going to get some juice, right? Well, you always get the juice from me, but I give you the juice raw and real. How's the audio? Are we sounding good? Are we looking good? Cynthia, how you doing? I bet Miss T is rebroadcasting me right now. She didn't want to review my stream from last night. I can understand that, ma'am. You threatened me. Just like Coach J did. You guys threatened me. Both of you. Shame, shame, shame. And you try to come back with a positive stream this morning and don't even respond because, ma'am, you have nothing to respond with. There's nothing to respond to what I said last night because you're guilty as charged, ma'am. Guilty as charged. No response is the best response in this case. Because in essence, you're basically saying that everything you said, Eli, was true. And I did say those things. And since you screen recorded my unlisted live stream yesterday, you know I said it. And that can affect me in court. The court that I sued you in, and then I threatened to meet you in the parking lot like Coach J. Right? You can't make this stuff up, folks. You just can't make this stuff up. And that's why today we're going to smack talk everybody that deserves it. We're going to smack talk everybody that deserves it. And I hope this rain stops, because if it gets too wet, my equipment might stop functioning properly like it did last time when it was raining. So, we're going to pray. Remember MC Hammer time? We gotta pray. Pray, pray, pray. We got to pray just to make it today. That's why we pray. Pray. Remember that? He had more hits than just Hammer Time. You know? Well, there's a lot to talk about. Bugs, I'm not on YouTube very much anymore, but just wanted to stop by and check in. Hope things go your way, Eli. Hey, Bugs. You know, here's the interesting thing about you. You're the same Bugs that had the baby back then, right? And you went back and forth with my haters, and you would support what I was doing for a while, and then you'd go back to the haters. You flip-flopped many times, Bugs. How you doing? I'm sure you heard, I've got a great girlfriend now, 2.5 years. She lives with me, and we're doing quite well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're still happily married, maybe have some more kids, who knows? I'm not going to smack talk you, Bugs, don't worry about it, but you're here because of the topic. Let's smack talk everybody that deserves it. Unless you've been secretly watching me all this time, Bugs. Keep your day job, Eli, LOL. That's fine, Queen Helen Casey. That's fine. You know what the problem was, Bugs? I was never trying to trigger you intentionally, but I think just the way I am would trigger you sometimes. I think the way I am, the type of person I am, and how direct I am, and stick to my guns, people get really super triggered. Now I know Miss T, or somebody's rebroadcasting me from that drama group, because if not, they'd all be watching me here. That's okay. You all are hooked into Coach Eli. You're all, in some place, in some way, shape, or form, you're watching me. That is fantastic. That is fan-frickin-tastic. I walked away from YouTube years ago, happily married with 2 beautiful babies. Glad to hear you are happy with a girlfriend, Eli. How wonderful. Well, yeah, that's great. You were around during the days when I was with Dana. Yeah, don't worry about the spelling, Bugs. Bugs, if you come around, that's really you. I'm sure it is. You know, we can welcome you back and even remoderate you, Bugs, if you plan on being back. But I'm just letting you know that, yes, I like to keep it as positive as possible. But because of what happens out here on YouTube, and you know what happens out here, sometimes you got to take out the trash. You got to call out the trash. Right? And I try to do it as respectfully, maturely, and professionally as possible, but sometimes that's not possible. And sometimes you just have to do it to clear the lane and open the door for a more positive and brighter future, right? By the way, I'm 50 years old now. My girlfriend Dawn is 48. I think when you and I first connected on YouTube, God, that was like 5 years ago. Yeah, I was like, what, 45? You're in your 30s now, aren't you? That's wonderful. Yeah, I believe you're in your early 30s now, right? I can stop by from time to time. Yes, I definitely know. That's why I left for years. Life's too short. I found myself, and I am at peace in life. Burley Lord says, Bugs, you remember. You remember. It used to be A Bug's Life, right? And then she changed it to Bugs. Fantastic. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hey, Lauren, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. "29 now. Oh, see, I was 1 year off. So, shit, you're going to be 30. All right, you got to come by for your 30th birthday. Maybe we can do one of those old school panels like we did back in those days. Are we still connected on Facebook at Bugs? Hey, Eli, how are you and Dawn doing today? We're doing fantastic. We had a great takeout breakfast earlier from one of the best breakfast places in my area. It's called Stacks. They make just great food. Dawn had country fried steak and eggs over easy with some sourdough toast, high quality, and we got her some extra gravy. Dawn's doing fantastic. She's eating more again, and, you know, she's putting on a little more weight. She's getting there. Like it's fantastic. And I didn't eat my entire meal. I had some sweet potato French fries, and I got a guacamole burger. It's a half pounder, and I ate maybe 20% of it. I'll eat the rest later tonight. But yeah, we're having a great day. We're having a wonderful day. Me, it's BurleyLauren@gmail. And me, Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. It's never changed in over 6 years. It's a real domain, not the @gmail stuff. Not knocking on the Gmails, but when you run a business, you have a business domain email. For sure, Lauren will do. All right. So, today, this episode number 657, I believe. Was that you, AZ Prod, how you doing? Sorry, bro, I missed you. I thought I saw you pop up, but I'm kind of a little distracted. Eli brings people together. I used to do that in person, and I used to do that here on YouTube till this trolling thing started happening, right? But I think finally at this point, the trolling is done. Like, you know, Don and I are at the point right now where, hey, look, if you're going to shit talk us, smack talk us, then we're going to call you out directly. We'll face you one-on-one. And we'll do our best to be as professional, respectful, and mature as possible. But we're not going to sit around and just ignore stuff anymore. This is YouTube. We're going to tackle it head on. And we're going to teach other people how to better handle themselves, right? And stand up for themselves, right? Greek yogurt. I thought you were leaving the drama behind and being professional. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about anytime. Greek yogurt. Thank you for stopping by. Queen Helen Casey just showed you to the door. Sabrina Garza, hi Eli. How are you doing? I've been listening, but driving. Doing quite well, thanks for asking. Drama can bring subscribers, says Michael. That's a true statement. Michael, that's a true statement. I'm not running this stream for drama purposes. I'm doing it because people need to be called out. People need to address their issues. This is my coaching lesson of the day, Michael. But if you folks out here on YouTube want to perceive this as drama, then go right the fuck ahead. That's on you, right? That's on you, right? But thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Yeah, it's light. The rain is light, so this is tolerable. I hope it stays like this Light rain. That's what the forecast said. For 3 laps. Somebody's coming on the sidewalk, so I'm going to step on over here. We've got 26 in the box and 3 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Can you please smash the thumbs up, folks, and share this out? If you're respectful and can ask Eli questions without being a jackass, he won't block you. None of you idiots have learned that yet. Nope. Especially someone named Nothing But Silicone. Let's talk about Nothing But Silicone, because we're smack talking everyone that deserves to be smack talked today. Nothing but silicone. You are one of 2 people, right? And you are so chicken shit to identify yourself because you want to talk trash about people like myself and anyone else, but you're more so hooked on my balls than anyone else's, right? So you're either Brian, the former sponsor of many creators out here, or you're MJ. Now, if this is not you, MJ, don't get offended and email me saying it's not me. Let's be cool about it, MJ, right? But Nothing But Silicone donates a lot of money. And the only 2 people I know in the 6 years I've been out here that have enough disposable income to donate at the level that Nothing But Silicone donates at is Brian, the former sponsor of many channels out here, or MJ. And if you don't know who those people are, you're new here, that's probably... MJ's not a bad guy, but I'm definitely not fond of Brian for many reasons. He's paid people to attack myself and others, but primarily me. He's paid people to primarily attack me in the past, but we don't have to go there. It's all good. No, it's not MJ, Eli. I spoke to him not too long ago, and he's tired of the BS. It's not him. So then it's Brian. Because he's the only other person that has the amount of disposable income to donate at the level that Nothing But Silicone does. And even Nothing But Silicone came in under WNO accounts, which stands for Wise Night Owl, which is the original account of Brian, right? So today we're smack talking everyone that deserves it, right? Now, Nothing But Silicone, you continue to talk about me like you're obsessed, like you can't get off my nuts, you can't get off my jock, right? Everywhere you go, you're like, talk about Eli. You know, don't talk about Pedro Santiago, Torp. Don't talk about, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Come talk about Eli. I mean, dude, are you another person living vicariously through my life? I can understand you not liking me. I can understand people not liking people, but the level of obsession some people take it to out here is just out of this world, right? AZ Prod, don't talk about the scamming frauds, talk about the good guy. Right. Informer, hi, Eli. Lauren, can you verify and see if Wisdom is actually restreaming me? I really don't care. We're going to talk about Wisdom too. Hang on. We're going to get to you, Wisdom. Because again, we're talking smack about everyone that deserves it today. And you're definitely one of them, Wisdom. Wisdom. That dude is so unimportant, and he's doing it because he wants friends. Yeah, the funny thing is, Lauren, all these rejects, all of these pathetic loser rejects that rebroadcast me do it because they have no friends. They have no life. without me bringing them together. I have to bring them together, right? Eli, you got a manager on it? Yeah, Lauren, but is he actually doing it? Is he rebroadcasting me? And if he is, Lauren, I don't care that he's doing it. We're just going to talk about it. He is live. You're in the title, and now he's changed it. Oh. Oh, Coach Eli. Oh. I haven't talked about you for a long time, Coach Eli. Oh. Redwood City Fire Department is driving slow to get somewhere because the roads are a little bit slick. Oh, Coach Eli. Oh. I came out of retirement to talk about you today because I had nothing better to do, Coach Eli. Oh. Yeah, Wisdom, I never talk about you. I don't talk about you. I haven't mentioned you, but you inserted yourself into my business because your audience is completely Coach Eli. That's why. See, you folks are live and die Coach Eli because that's your entire audience. That's your entire audience, Wisdom. Oh, Coach Eli. Oh. Retirement, that dude is so thirsty for attention and wants friends, but he's the biggest two-faced flip-flopper around. Tom, where is this stream coming from? Oh, well, be more specific, Tom. What do you mean, where is this stream coming from? What do you mean by that? It's coming from Red Morton Park. Redwood City, California, Red Morton Park. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. We are back live. Let him stay, says AZ Prod. Eli, do you care if Informer stays so they can fill us in? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Look, I don't want to play this back and forth with Wisdom. If he's going to rebroadcast, he'll delete it afterwards because he's a sissy, right? That's okay. As long as we know that Wisdom is a sissy and he's a coward and you can unhide him, that's fine. Just let Queen know. That's fine. I don't really care. I don't really want to know what he's doing. It doesn't matter. Like, that's his own thing there, right? So, yeah, nothing but silicone. Just to wrap up with you. I mean, if you're not MJ, then you're Brian. You're one of two people. I don't know of anyone else that has the amount of disposable income besides Brian and MJ. And I believe, Lauren, if you say it's not MJ, and MJ's a pretty good guy. But Brian has never liked me. Brian has paid people money to attack me for years. So it's Brian. There's no doubt. People are saying, oh, it's not Brian. No, it's Brian. It is Brian. It's okay. And I'm not here trashing Brian or anything. I'm just calling him out. It's pathetic. The dude wants to waste his money paying people to talk shit about me. I mean, I should be honored that people would pay other people money to shit talk me because obviously there's something about me that you find intriguing, whether it's good or bad. You find me interesting in some way, shape, or form. Brian. Eli does the best impressions? Maybe so. Oh, Coach Eli. Oh. This is wisdom. And I came out the retirement to talk about you earlier because I was not getting any views. So I had to leverage the only audience I have, which is you, your haters. Uh-huh. By the way, Wisdom, I screen recorded your live stream earlier that you deleted. You really, really trash talked me, brother. Maybe I'll do a review of that at some point. Maybe I'll do that like on Rumble. So you don't flag me. Because you would flag me. You would. You would flag me. Right? Eli speaking facts. He's got to talk about someone so he'll get 5 views. Right? He's playing your audio, but I can't stand the little twerp. Well, that's fine. How many people does he have over there? Let's see how many haters are over there. His friends don't even come to his channel. No, they only come there when he's talking about me. Uh-huh. He's got 2 people there? That's all? Oh, wow. Well, that's horrible, dude. We've got 29 here. So people really don't care about your crappy rebroadcasts anymore. Wisdom. You know, it's all going to fall apart. It's already started to fall apart. Like, the haters, the Coach Eli hate group is almost dissolved. Like, there's nowhere left to go with this. He paid for 2 botted views, says AZ Prod. That's great. Wonderful. So, yeah, we talked about Wisdom. We talked about Miss... Well, let me talk a little more about Miss T, even though I wasn't going to. I really don't care. It's just funny to me how, again, Miss T, the woman that's suing me, after the stream I did last night on the main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, and I was responding to a simulcast she did regarding my channel on her backup YouTube channel, Not Ya Business. Very funny, right? She did an unlisted stream and severely trash talked myself. She threatened to subpoena my mother to the court case, and then she threatened to confront me in the parking lot. And what she didn't know is that I knew about that unlisted stream before I went live, and I set up my OBS with that link, and I hit record before I left home, and I screen recorded the whole stream. And I've got her threat that she said that I'm going to play nice and sweet. I can't remember exactly. I wrote it down, and I also have the video at home. She said, I'm going to play innocent and nice and sweet in the courtroom. And then afterwards, I'm going to confront Eli in the parking lot. And she said it with more damning, threatening words. I can't remember it exactly. But she has not responded to that. And she has not done a reaction video to that stream. Because she never thought, first of all, I would know about the enlisted stream. And number 2, she never thought I would screen record it and know exactly what was said on it. Including people in the chat, because I was screen recording the chat as well. Mole. Well, put it to you this way, AZ Prod. There are moles, but I'm also in every single Discord on several different accounts, and I'm in those Discords invisible. When you go into a Discord invisible, no one knows you're there. They can't look you up, but you can see what's going on in there, and you can get unlisted links. Right? I'm in all the Discords. Trust me. including you, Jamie's Corner 3.0. That woman loves me too. She can't stop posting about me or talking about me. She's trying to really hold back, right? But she started to post about me again on her community wall. So we'll talk about you too. You know, we're gonna smack talk people that deserve to be smack talked, and you're one of them, Jamie's Corner 3.0, because your first 2 channels went down by yours truly for copyright infringement, right? So if anyone owns anyone, it's me owning you. But I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. We're just calling out people that deserve to be called out today, right? That's what we're doing. We're setting the record straight, right? And we're clearing the lane for a positive future in 2024. But trust me, every time someone goes unlisted live, I won't even tell you anymore. I'm just going to set up my OBS and I'm going to screen record it, or other people that I'm associated with have access to certain things and they'll get the link themselves and they'll screen record it. Trust me, I've got a team of people that are tired of the bullshit that certain people are doing out here, right? Trust me. Eli's in all the Discords. He's got all the monies on the YouTubes. I don't have all the monies. She won't be in any courtroom. That's what I'm thinking too. I mean, look, I want her to show up because I want to confront her in court regarding her threat. I want to confront her in court regarding her business partner's threat. Coach Jay, give me a second here. I had to clean the camera. The front camera was getting kind of foggy due to the rain. It's all good. Yeah, I want them to show up. I want them all to show up so that way, hey, JD Sandler, how you doing? I want them all to show up so I can ask them point blank in front of the judge. And play the short clip about how Coach Jay wants to look me down or stare me down, whatever, in the parking lot or whatever, however he said it, the threat, right? And the same thing with Miss T, right? I want them to show up because I want them to answer my questions under penalty of perjury in front of the judge. And I want them to buy that plane ticket for $550 round trip, which that was the cheapest one I saw as of yesterday. Every day that she waits to buy the ticket, the price goes up, right? You know, Miss T and Coach J and anyone else, you guys blew any chance. You had no chance in court anyway, but you blew any chance. You blew any chance of winning in court. She'll probably drop the case. That's what I've been saying all along. People think that she'll drop the case because she has no case, and she made a public threat that she never thought I would get or know about. She also threatened to subpoena my mother, which is fucking ridiculous, right? I'll tell you subpoena my mother and you'll be dealing with her. You'll be dealing with her legally. I'm not talking, she's not going to threaten you with violence, Miss T. My mother will sue your ass personally. And she's got way more money than I do. Trust me on that. People know that. People know my family's history. You want to come after Melas? Oh, God. And then my brother Chris will get involved. Oh, my brother Chris is like a pit bull. Mrs. T or Miss T wants to deal with my mother and the estate attorneys. subpoena my mother. How pathetic, man. These people are so triggered because they can't get to me that they got to threaten to subpoena my mother to a small claims court case that has no fucking merit. I mean, AC Prod, dude, you can't tell me this gets any better, bro. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, which is what I'm trying to say. Dude, the stupidity runs deep, dude. We still have light rain. I'm trying to stay under the trees to keep the system from getting too wet. She will at the last minute. She's not coming to Cali. No, that's what I think too. And if she comes, that's great. I want her to come. I actually really want her to come, Lauren, and I want Coach Jay to come too, because I want to confront them in court regarding their threats. And I want to ask them in court, Coach Jay, did you incite Miss T to do this in the same ways that you duplicated my channel name and did the same thing to me 2.5 years ago with a grip on life? Under penalty of perjury, Coach Jay. Additionally, Coach Jay, this is a threat you made on a live stream. So I'm going to have the sheriff, Your Honor, I'm going to request the sheriff to walk me out of the courtroom to make sure that Coach Jay doesn't violently attack me in the parking lot. And same thing with Miss T. This is another threat from her too. I mean, honestly, if these people have the nerve to show up in court, I want them to show up because I want them to answer for their piss poor behavior. I want them to answer for their piss poor behavior on YouTube that nobody's ever fucking held them accountable for. Someone has to hold them accountable. It's going to be me. I'm going to be the one that holds these mofos accountable once and for all. And they will never ever come at somebody again in the ways they came at me. Never. I will never let it happen. For the better good of humanity. But you're right. That's what I've been saying all along. More than likely, she will drop the case at the last minute. Lauren, is the sound still okay? I'm getting a little wet here. I hope the sound is still okay. Sound is perfect. All right, that's good. That's good. I'm trying to. Last time it was raining a lot harder. I mean, my furry ball's getting a little bit wet, but it's got a pretty thick foam in it, so unless it gets totally soaked, it's not gonna fully block the sound from coming through. Is that Alex the Beer Master? Alex the Beer Master got monetized lately. It sounds finally I can hear just fine. I can hear you just fine. Thank you, Alex the Beer Master. Welcome. How you doing, brother? Adventure AZ Dana, how you doing? The links those people have gone. The lengths those people have gone to just to troll you is insane. Stealing your business and buying a $9.99 certification, eye roll. Yeah, that certification that Miss T has is phony baloney garbage. I mean, I could have gotten the same thing, but that's a certification based off of what that company feels life coaching is. And I believe whatever company she got it from also sells life coaching packages, right? So you have like a joint venture agreement with them, right? Or an independent contract with them, right? I don't do that kind of stuff. There is no real school. There's no real certification to be a life coach. It is a self-proclaimed thing, and it is unregulated, and it's what you want to make of it. And if people believe in you and what you're doing to try to help people, that's on them, right? Yeah, Dana, it's asinine, isn't it? And by the way, I haven't forgotten about you, Dana. Dana and I are going to be doing a show really soon on Coach Eli 2 or the main channel, one of the two, from the studio. And she's going to be talking with us how she beat alcoholism, right, Dana? Adventure AZ? I'm glad you came around. We've missed having you around. You're a good person. You're an inspiration to myself, to the rest of the people, and you're a big inspiration to Dawn that struggled with some of the things that you struggled with in the past. Yes, sir, I'd love to share my journey. And we'll moderate the chat properly and get you out there, because honestly, Dana, what you should be doing is going around the country and the world speaking about what you went through and how you turned it around to inspire other people to better their lives, to kick the habit, right? Or to at least get it better under control, right? And Dawn is very inspired by you, and so am I. And, you know, we've heard a lot of your stories. You put a lot out there on your channel. You allowed yourself to be vulnerable, and that's fantastic. You can't ask for anything better than that, right? Those are the types of people that I want to work with during the rest of this year. Dana Adventures AZ, or Adventure AZ says, "Oh, well, I had to get my shit together. My haters can't say shit about me now." Well, it was up to you to allow them to, ever talk smack about you. It's one thing for them to talk smack about any one of us, and it's another if we allow it to get to us, right? Right? And, after a while of dealing with haters and stuff on YouTube and haters in real life, you just learn to deal with it. It's almost like an acquired taste, right? You learn to deal with it, and you laugh at it, right? And you laugh at them. You flip it on them because all they're doing then is projecting their insecurities and misery onto you. That's all it is. It's one big fucking huge projection, right? Thank you to the 35 people that are here. 7 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Adventure AZ Dana says accountability is key to real recovery. Amen. Could not have said it better myself. You got to hold yourself accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable. Right. You're absolutely right. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm not happy with what I see. I'm not happy with what I'm doing to my body, alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, right? And you got to decide to make that change right away. The woman from Florida might drive you like to drink. No. No one can ever have that much control over me. I'll have a beer every now and then. I'll have a drink every now and then. I'm not a square. But I don't drink every day. I drink on occasion. I'll have a glass of wine. I'll have a beer. Every so often I'll have a shot. But I do it when I want to do it, and I have full control over it. I'm not alcohol dependent. I can choose when I want my alcohol. Yeah, I got a little wet here earlier. I can't even change the screen here. Come on, change the screen. They moved it to the right side, and it's much more difficult. Come on. There we go. I'm trying to defog. Oh man, this is just not good. Hold on a second. There we go. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? 36 in the box, making it rain, right? Dana Adventure AZ says, no harm in that. I regret that I let My drinking get the best of me. I actually enjoyed a nice glass of wine once upon a time, or you enjoy it. Yeah, nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong with having a social drink every now and then, even after you've recovered from alcoholism, right? And the fact that you're able to moderate that and control that after what you've been through, Dana, hats off to you. Congratulations. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, the rain slowed down a little bit, which is good. I need the system to dry a little bit. I mean, the equipment is primarily waterproof, but still, if the microphone, if this gets too wet here, what happens is the foam of the windscreen blocks the sound from traveling into the actual headset piece. That's what happened last time, and the sound was really muffled. Hi, Lauren, says Dana. Burley Lauren, at a real job, no one where I steal other people's businesses or sitting on, yeah, on my big tushy, right? All right, now, we're talking about, we're, give me a second here. We're trash talking people that deserve to be trash talked. And so let's talk about Pedro Duarte Santiago. I'm sure you knew that one was going to come up. Right, AZ Prod? There's been a big thing between Robert Hot Facts with Robert Reese, someone I may start doing content with again very soon. A big thing between Hot Facts with Robert Reese and Pedro Duarte Santiago. And basically, Robert's accusing, Pedro of copycatting him. And Pedro is actually doing that. Pedro is a big copycat, right? And I saw a video on Torp's channel. And if I repeated certain things that Torp said in that video, that he responded to Robert Reese, and Torp was triggered. I mean, he was triggered towards Pedro. He's like, Robert, I got your back on this one. I got your back on this one, Robert. This is Torp. That Pedro Santiago is a beep. He said, Torp called Pedro Santiago the N-word with the hard R. I was like, oh my God, you got to go watch that video. I mean, he could get removed for that. Like that's some serious hate speech right there. But I mean, Torp hard R'd that N-word with in reference to Pedro. And I was talking. I played it for Don, and Don was just like floored. I was in the office in the other room. Don was in the living room right next door to the office. And Don heard me just laughing like hell. I was just laughing. I wasn't laughing at the racist remark for racist reasons. I was laughing at the fact that the guy had the balls to say that, right? So I played that for Don. And I was saying, babe, I don't understand why white guys call other white guys the N-word with the hard R. I say this respectfully, with YouTube's terms of service in mind, right? Like, it seems like many white guys call other white guys the N-word with a hard R. And I want to ask you, Robert Reese, because you are African American, we could talk about this, right? Why does that happen, Robert? Why do some white guys call other white guys the N-word with a hard R? Is it a disrespectful thing? Is that like their way of showing the most disrespect to the other Caucasian person because they're at the same time they're demeaning the African Americans, which they shouldn't be doing that. But what is the reasoning for that? I can never understand that. Reading Rainbow is Miss T. What did Lauren? Can you tell me what Reading Rainbow said? Can you copy and paste it? Can you copy and paste, Lauren? If are you on a desktop computer, Lauren? If you are, can you copy and paste what Reading Rainbow put out there, because that's Miss T. And let's hear what she said, because if I was her, I would be super triggered for making such costly mistakes, which she wasn't going to win the case anyway. Reading Rainbow is on every GigTuber channel. Oh, so it's not Miss T. Well, it could be. But what did they say? Your mom and brother aren't going to do anything. Greeks are soft. Oh, okay. That's cool. So go ahead and mess with my mother and brother legally and find out for yourself. If you want to continue to push this, if you want to continue to run your mouth, right? Continue to run your mouth, right? And see what happens. Because I'll tell you this, okay? My brother and I are doing okay, but my mother will hire the top attorney and bankrupt all of you. And my mother's not the kind of woman that wants to do that to anyone. But if you're going to fuck with my family's livelihood, my mother will, trust me. And like I've said before, my mother worked for the county of San Mateo as a divorce clerk for 25 years. My mother knows the law. My mother knows a lot of people. Right? My mother knows a lot of good people. Now, don't take me out of context, Miss T. All I'm stating is that my mother knows a lot of people. Don't spin me out of context, Miss T, like you always do, because then I'll have to call you out again and again and again and again. There's more above. We are Americans. We always win. You said your furry ball was wet and it had foam inside of it. Are you still wet, cuck? Oh, okay. Is that Miss T? Or is that Coach J? Who do you think that is, Lauren? Just like Wisdom. Oh, Coach Eli. Wisdom can't even pronounce the word. He calls me cook like a chef. Right? Oh, Coach Eli. I came out of nowhere. I came out of hibernation after several months of not restreaming you since you took me down for copyright last time. And I found a counter notification, Coach Eli. And yeah, and I knew you were going to do that. And I knew they would approve it. So before YouTube could reverse it, I basically I retracted the copyright. But here's the thing, Wisdom, what you don't understand is that still stays on your record. See, I purposefully did that, knowing that you were going to file a counter notification. And I can do that every time. See, I can do that every time, Wisdom. I can take you down for copyright. You file your counter notification. You get it approved, and I retract the copyright. But every time you do that, you are in YouTube's history, copyright history. And if that happens too much, even with you putting through counter notifications, which is what I'm trying to say, they may take your channel down. It's happened to many other people before. It gives them a reason to further look into your channel. It is the battle of the coaches. No, it's not the battle of the coaches. Haha, they call you a KUK when Coach J is really one. Again, can't make this stuff up. Where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from, Lauren? Are they on Wisdom's chat trash talking with 5 or 10 people or 15 people or however many are there? I'm saying that. Oh, okay. You're taking what they've said in the past. The whole other side are deranged. You're right. Eli Wisdom had 2 people watching. Well, okay. That's pretty pathetic. Adventure AZ Dana says exactly, Lauren. And when they research her and find that Kiwi Farms thread, it's over for her. She bullied and harassed me for 7 years, and they stole Eli's business. Right. And I will be reporting that to the court as well. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, if Miss T shows up in court, I mean, I'd be very surprised. I mean, I'd also be very surprised if she had the strength to continue showing her face publicly on the internet after everything she's done. And going to court, you know, and the judge hearing everything that she's done with the threats between her and Coach J and the theft of my business and all of that and the bullying and harassment and all of that, right? But here's the thing. This small claims court is only the beginning, because there will be a civil case, because she took it way too far. She's affected my livelihood, my presence on YouTube. She's messed with my business name, right? There's going to be a whole lot more. Like, honestly, she's going to have to file bankruptcy, because she's going to get sued for at least $100,000, maybe more. I'm going to talk with the attorney. And I'm not afraid to put that out there publicly, Miss T. I'm just letting you know in advance. Like, if you think this small claims court case is a big deal to you and all for entertainment, you fucked with my life intentionally, and you continue doing it, thinking you're going to have no repercussion, right? Like, you're liable for all of this. And here's the thing. Maybe you don't have a lot, but whatever you have will be gone. And at the very least, you'll have to file bankruptcy and ruin your credit if it's not already ruined, right? And then there's a lot more to it. You know, there's a lot more to it. Again, I'm not threatening you, but you got your life and health licenses with the state of Florida, right? That's your livelihood right there. It pays your bills, right? I cannot believe that you would sit there and put your professional licenses at risk by doing this stupid shit, right? I just don't understand that, right? But no, this small claims court, this is small potatoes. Yes, it's serious, but not that serious. The serious part's going to be the civil suit. The civil suit. And then when my trademark gets approved later on this year, it gets re-registered, then we're going to sue her for trademark infringement. Or I'm going to sue her for trademark infringement. I'm also going to sue Coach J for trademark infringement. I'm going to go after all of them for everything they've got. Every last penny they've got. You can mark my words on that. She made 1,500 posts about me and lied about being a member. She only confessed when the FBI got involved. Uh-huh. Of course. Because finally, when you took the law approach, finally when you got the feds involved, she was either going to tell the truth and back off or go to jail, right? See, these people will only stop if they're about to lose their money or if they're about to go to jail. As long as they think they're above the law and it won't cost them a penny or cost them too much, they'll keep pushing, right? That's why I'm not stopping here. That's why I'm still talking about it today. I'm sorry, there are some people that have told me behind the scenes not talk about it. I'll talk about it whenever I want. I just don't want to hold back anymore. I want to be honest with everyone. She called the feds on herself trying to get me in trouble. So it backfired on her. So she called the feds on you. And after what she told the feds about you, they found her more at fault than you. Wow. Wow. That's definitely not the smartest cookie in the cookie jar, right? You can't make this stuff up, folks. You can't. You just can't make this shit up. So Pedro Santiago. All I'm going to say about Pedro is this. Robert and Torp and anyone else, there's nothing you can do about people like Pedro. There are many people on YouTube that sell out for clicks, that misinform their audience for clicks. See, what Pedro is doing, Pedro knows the truth about DoorDash and Uber, right? He knows that in order to make decent money and make a living and to pay your bills, you got to work 80 hours a week between Uber and DoorDash and other multi-apps, right? Which is ridiculous because if you work a W-2 job in the real world, you'll work 40 hours and make the same or even more than you would working 80 hours for DoorDash or Uber. But instead of Pedro telling that to his audience, what he says is that DoorDash and Uber and these gig apps are what you make of them. You don't have to take bad orders. You don't have to take no tip orders. But you guys got to stop complaining and work the apps. Don't let the apps work you. And to a certain extent, I get what you're saying, Santiago. But the bottom line is, even if that's the case, which it is, what you're not telling your audience is that there's no way you can make a livable wage working only 40 hours a week through these apps. You have to work 60 to 80 hours, more so 80 hours a week. So for you to come out and say, you know, you work the apps, don't let them work you, right? You work the apps, don't let them work you. You don't have to take any orders you don't want to take. Well, then sometimes you're going to be sitting around for an hour or two with no orders, with your car idling and wasting gas to keep you warm in the winter with your heater and to keep you cool in the summer with your AC. I know I did it for almost 4 months, and that was long enough for me to figure out this game, right? You're not going to change people that run their channels with fluffernutter content like Pedro has always done. Pedro will always be a fluffernutter. Bottom line. Because he had many chances to turn his channel into a coaching channel. But he's realizing that he's not going to make the same AdSense. He won't get the same amount of clicks to get monetized playbacks making that move at this time. He's not willing to rebuild and focus on his purpose. He's going to keep the fluffernutter fake content going that gets the clicks and further mislead his audience, right? Now, I do believe to a certain extent that he is trying to be somewhat positive about what he's saying. But if that's how you truly feel, Pedro, about, you know, you can still make money on these apps and don't let the apps work you, you work the apps. If that's how you feel, and you're more so blaming drivers for complaining, right? instead of being truthful and saying, hey, look, it doesn't matter whether you complain or not. These apps were designed to make us app slaves. These apps were designed to make the companies lots of money and to keep us poor. She started targeting Eli when she could no longer come after me. I know Eli is a substitute, and that's why I'm here supporting Eli. I know better than most what she does. Thank you, Dana Adventure AZ. Brutally Lauren, haha, she thinks she's a bully. Even bullies don't last, and their karma is the best. LMAO. Dana says, I had to go to the FBI office and talk to them, and after investigating the situation, they decided she is not a victim. Michael Burrows says, the greedy companies are the ones making the money, not the drivers. Poor Pedro doesn't realize he's poor. Well, no, Pedro's not poor, dude. Pedro's making money. But the reason why Pedro's making money is because he's selling out with phony baloney fluffernutter content to get more clicks. So in essence, what Pedro's doing to the drivers is no different than what DoorDash and Uber Eats is doing to them. More so DoorDash, though. DoorDash is the worst, right? So again, Pedro is just basically like DoorDash in a different way. He's feeding the YouTube algorithm what's going to get people to click on his content, and he's not really providing any supportive or good information anymore. He used to, but not anymore. Pedro started selling out shortly after I started following him early on in 2023. I drove for DoorDash and Uber in the middle of December of 2022 through the end of March, beginning of April 2023. I started following Pedro in December of 2022. And when it came to the new year, he started to flip his script. And remember, that was the time where people started finding out about the glitch, where people like Pedro got to artificially inflate their acceptance rate to over 70% and get the top orders, right? And now the glitch has been fully patched. It's been fully patched from what I hear, right? So Robert, Torp, anyone else, you're right about Pedro. And you're right about anyone that creates similar content that's fluffernutter content just for clicks, right? Those types of creators are going to have a limited shelf life. Pedro's not going to always be able to, do the same DoorDash content for clicks, right? Trust me, his time will come where it won't get any more clicks, and then he'll have to struggle to find something else to keep his AdSense up. Which, if I was you, Pedro, I'd start doing that now, because you're going to need time to build that up. You should start building up, something different now than continuing to focus on the DoorDash fluffernutter content. Sabrina Garza, yeah, I don't know how he would be able to keep his AR so high without the glitch. My AR is always around 10% because of all the shitty orders they send. Yeah, Sabrina, I didn't even know you came from the gig economy. Wow. I didn't know you were a driver. Thank you for letting me know. Mad respect. Thank you so much for sharing that. Give me 1 second here, because got some people here, and I think we have some karaoke going on in there, and I'll get out of the music zone here. Okay, we're good. Yeah, when I was driving initially, like the first month or so, my AR was high because I was getting a ton of great orders. And then I found out that the first month, they send you all the best orders to get you hooked. They call it the honeymoon period, right? And then after that, my AR started going down fast. And then it got down to 10%. And right now, I think it's like at 18%, 17, 18%. but I haven't driven since, like around April of last year in 2023. I do food delivery between the custom cakes and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, your custom cake business will bring you a lot more money than the DoorDash thing. Do you do like bigger wedding cakes? Are you planning on doing those, Sabrina, or are you just doing the smaller cakes? And the more and more that your business starts to grow in the future, you'll be able to upgrade your ovens or get commercial space and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, Torp and Hot Facts with Robert Reese and anyone else, it's not even worth talking about Pedro, because the thing is, I don't hate Pedro. I really wish Pedro would turn things around and just focus on what he's really passionate about, is coaching. But he is not ready to give up some clicks to rebuild with his actual purpose of being a coach. That's the problem. So he's going to keep creating the fluffernutter content that he knows is going to get him enough clicks to make a good amount of ad revenue through Google AdSense every month. I'm just doing the smaller cakes right now because of space, but I also do custom cookies for weddings and pastries. Oh, that's cool. I think I may have asked you this before, but if I haven't, do you do red velvet stuff? Red velvet is my favorite. When I found out about red velvet cupcakes and cakes about 15 years ago, and I tasted it, oh man, that is good shit, I'll tell you that. Red velvet cupcakes with some heavy buttercream filling or icing. Oh man, that is, I'm a buttercream freak. Keep me away from buttercream because I'll eat it like it's out of style, and too much of it is very fattening. We got 30 people here still. 9 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. I'm going to be going off the air in just about 7 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I do red velvet cake, red velvet banana bread, and red velvet sugar cookies. I had a Valentine's menu with all that stuff. That's good stuff. If you were in my area, Don and I would be buying stuff from you all the time. Michael Burrows says, well, I do see the disingenuousness. If Pedro is if Pedro is maintained, let's say that, I can't pronounce that word you put out there, 70% AR, that's like the people from Storage Wars claiming you'll find treasures in the storage unit. That's true. The only way you can maintain 70% legitimately is by taking a bunch of crappy orders. And I never took any crappy orders. I was able to maintain above a 90% AR for my first month because I got all the good orders. I got nothing but good orders. And then after a month, they get you hooked. They start to, switch it up on you. The bait and switch, right? They bait you in, and then they switch it, right? They start giving you these crappy orders, and then your AR starts to sink and tank, right? And here's the thing. After your honeymoon period, AR doesn't matter. AR is a joke. Even with a higher AR, because I had my AR reset, even with a higher AR, after that first month, you still get a lot of crap orders. It's all a big joke. It's all about the amount of orders and types of orders that are available at the time the customers order, and based on where you're at and how many of their drivers are in your area. AR has nothing to do with it. I've seen people do tests like Zach drives fast. where he had a higher AR than the person next to him, and they got the better order before he did. So it goes to prove that AR doesn't matter. I do respect Zach Drives Fast. He's a really, really good creator. He's a little timid, and I reached out to him and I commented on some of his stuff, and he kind of was snippy with me. He's kind of like a snippy guy, but I do like his honesty though, and I do respect his work usually. Folks, I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. We are back live. Get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air in just a few minutes. Sabrina Garza, I think you might like this guy named Mushimu. He keeps it real and it's fun. Oh, I know who Mushimu is. I've been watching him for a while. He does the car videos. Yeah, he has that small. I think he has like a Prius. Yeah, he's done the. He does the car videos usually, right? Pre-recorded. And I think I think I'm still subscribed to him. I think he was thinking of quitting DoorDash recently. I think that was Mushimu. I haven't seen that video, but I got a notification. I think it was from Mushimu saying, I'm thinking of quitting DoorDash, and maybe that was clickbait. Maybe it's true. But yeah, I know who he is. I mean, when I was driving, I looked up all these people. I subscribed to all of them. I was trying to find out as much information as possible about DoorDash and Uber and the experience. He has a Toyota Corolla. Okay, that's what it is. Toyota Corolla, yeah. All those Toyotas, the Corollas, the Priuses, they all look alike when you're looking at it, you know, through the interior and stuff, you know. They look similar, but yeah. So it's the same guy, Mushimu. And the names that these creators have for their gig economy, you know, YouTube channels, it's just some of these names are really funny, you know. He multi-apps with DoorDash, Spark, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Yeah, speaking of Grubhub, I'm still on their wait list. I've been on Grubhub's wait list for my area for almost a year and a half now. Shoot me an email to coordinate a stream soon. Absolutely, Dana. I will do. I'm hoping we could do it sometime this week if you're around. Give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, folks. So I think we pretty much talked about everyone I wanted to talk about. You know, today I just felt the need. I wanted to, you know, talk about people or trash talk people that deserve to be trash talked. You know? And, you know, I did it in respectful ways. I'm not here to, you know, be harmful to anyone, but some people just need to be addressed and called out. Like, I'll just say this. I'll wrap up by saying this, and then I'll check out the chat one last time before going off the air. You know, I'm just really tired of people abusing the YouTube platform and doing dumb shit to get clicks and to make ad revenue. And the people that are doing the dumb stuff that are in the YouTube Partner Program eventually get removed. But even then, you have those people that are not in the YouTube Partner Program and they're trolling and causing issues in other ways, right? And it just really pollutes what I'll call the airwaves, even though it's streaming. You know, it's like, you know, regular TV used to be over the air, right? So I refer to it as polluting the airwaves, right? And all I've been trying to do for the last many years out here on YouTube is make it a little less polluted, right? make it a little less polluted. That's it, you know. And I think I say this with humility in humble ways. I think lately, myself, along with many of you that have been supportive here through my content, with myself and at times with Don, I think we made a big difference. I think after all these years between the good people out here on YouTube for the right reasons getting stronger and learning how to deal with the messed up people, the mentally and emotionally messed up people, right? The people like the Miss T's and the people that, are very abusive in many ways. A lot of people out here will abuse the court system and abuse police and other emergency resources to make phone calls on people just to make content. Sorry, just to make content out of them. For some reason, my phone is having a hard time staying charged. Anyway, I'm going to drop it there because my phone is at 20%. For some reason, the external battery wasn't charging the unit, the phone properly. So I'm going to go before my phone dies here. Don and I are taking the night off tonight. We're just going to hang out and relax. I'm not going to be doing any late night shows. Next time I'll probably do a show will be a walk tomorrow, and Don and I may still end up doing a live stream from here on Coach Eli 2 tomorrow night. We're hoping to have the energy to do it because we want to give you folks another stream soon. And the next one's going to be a subscribers only chat, and then future ones after that will go back to members only. So please still consider supporting us at the $4.99 channel membership because that way when I do members only live chats here, they will come back as well too. And the members only live streams with Don will come back after in the next stream that we do as subscribers only. And we're doing that because we want to show people, what we're doing members only, so we can build that up for the people that are going to be on those members only streams. We want to get more good people into those premium live streams for the future. So with that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. And Grubhub deactivated me and didn't give me a reason I rarely used it. That's why. If you don't use it, they'll deactivate you for that. Yeah, I heard about that. Especially now with the wait list being so long and their market share is lower, Sabrina, they'll deactivate you if you're inactive for no reason. But it's because you've been inactive. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.